Steffi wiped her hands on a dish towel embroidered with tiny acorns, a gift from her mother, Taylor, who always insisted on these little touches of tradition amid the chaos. "Finn, have you seen the turkey baster?" she called out, her voice echoing slightly off the marble counters, laced with that familiar mix of exasperation and affection that defined their marriage. Finn Finnegan emerged from the pantry, his scrubs traded for a casual sweater that hugged his athletic frame, holding the elusive utensil aloft like a trophy. "Right here, love. You act like we're performing surgery on this bird instead of just roasting it." He leaned in to kiss her forehead, but Steffi pulled back slightly, her blue eyes narrowing. "This isn't just any Thanksgiving, Finn. It's the first one with Hayes really understanding what's going on, and Kelly's been practicing her Pilgrim hat craft all week. I want it perfect, no drama, no last-minute Forrester explosions." Finn chuckled, setting the baster down and wrapping his arms around her waist. "With our family. Drama is the stuffing. But hey, at least Sheila's not invited. That's progress." Steffi's laugh was short, tinged with the shadow of old fears. Sheila Carter's ghost lingered in every corner of their lives, a specter that Thanksgiving feasts were meant to exorcise, if only for a day. Across town, at the Forrester mansion, Brooke Logan paced the grand living room, her heels clicking against the polished hardwood like the ticking of a bomb. The room was a testament to opulence, crystal chandeliers casting rainbows on velvet drapes, a grand piano silent in the corner where Ridge had once composed melodies for her alone. But today, Brooke's mind was a whirlwind of calculations, not romance. "Ridge, we have to talk about the seating chart," she said, unfolding a handwritten list on the coffee table, her manicured nails tapping insistently. Ridge Forrester, ever the patriarch with his silver-streaked hair and piercing gaze, looked up from his sketchpad, where lines of a new gown design danced across the page like whispers of silk. "Brooke, darling, it's Thanksgiving, not a state dinner. Let Hope and Liam handle their side, and we'll keep Taylor and the kids on ours. No need to turn it into a battlefield." Brooke whirled on him, her blonde waves cascading like a waterfall of frustration. "Easy for you to say. Last year, Taylor cornered me by the cranberry sauce and started that whole destined soulmate speech again. I'm not doing it, Ridge. Not when we're finally, in a good place." Ridge rose, crossing the room in 3 strides to pull her into his embrace, his voice a low rumble against her ear. "We're Logans and Forresters, drama is our birthright. But this year, let's make it about gratitude. For the kids, for the company, for us." Brooke melted slightly into him, but her eyes flicked to the window, where the city lights began to flicker on prematurely, a reminder that darkness came early this time of year, just like old secrets resurfacing around the holiday table. Meanwhile, in the dimly lit back office of Il Giardino, Deacon Sharp nursed a glass of Merlot, the rich aroma mingling with the scents of simmering sauces from the kitchen. The restaurant, his pride and occasional albatross, was decked out in harvest hues, garlands of faux fall leaves draping the bar, pumpkin-spiced candles flickering on every table. But Deacon's face, weathered by years of bad choices and fleeting redemptions, bore the lines of deeper troubles. Sheila Carter burst through the door without knocking, her red hair a fiery halo under the low lights, her eyes blazing with that unpredictable intensity that both terrified and thrilled him. "Deacon, tell me you're not seriously planning that little, intimate dinner without me inviting Hollis's ghost to the table," she hissed, sliding into the chair opposite him, her black dress clinging like a second skin. Deacon set his glass down with a clink, rubbing his temples. "Sheila, it's Thanksgiving. A tiny bash, you, me, maybe Hope if she can sneak away from the Forrester circus. No ghosts, no drama. Just us, trying to act like normal people for once." Sheila leaned forward, her voice dropping to a venomous whisper. "Normal? After everything? Luna's paternity mess still hanging over us like a bad dream, and you want pie and small talk? Deacon, I love you, but if you think I can play house while the world knows what I've done." Her words trailed off as she reached for his hand, her touch electric, possessive. Deacon met her gaze, his own eyes softening despite himself. That's why it's small, Sheila. Because with you, even small feels like the whole damn universe exploding. But hey, pass the wine, let's toast to surviving another year without handcuffs. Back at Steffy's, the afternoon sun slanted through the floor-to-ceiling windows, bathing the living room in golden light as Taylor Hayes arrived, arms laden with pies that smelled of cinnamon and nostalgia. Taylor, elegant in a cashmere sweater the color of autumn oaks, set the desserts on the counter and enveloped her daughter in a hug that lingered a beat too long. Steffy, darling, this place looks like a magazine spread. You've outdone yourself. Steffy beamed, but there was a tightness in her smile as she glanced at Finn, who was corralling the kids, Hayes, the wide-eyed toddler with his father's dimples, and Kelly, the precocious 7-year-old clutching a construction paper turkey. Mom, you're early. Finn's got the bird in the oven, and I've got the sides prepped. But seriously, no rich talk today, okay? Brooke's hosting the big one at the mansion, and I just want peace here. Taylor's laugh was light, but her eyes, sharp as ever, caught the undercurrent. Peace. In this family. I'd sooner see snow in July. But fine, we'll focus on the little ones. Hayes, come here, Grandma's got a story about the first Thanksgiving, with pilgrims and talking turkeys. As Hayes toddled over, giggling, Finn sidled up to Steffy, murmuring, special guest incoming. You didn't say. Steffy winked, her voice conspiratorial. Patience, doctor. It's a surprise that'll make this holiday unforgettable, no spoilers yet. At the Forrester mansion, the preparations escalated into a symphony of controlled chaos. Hope Logan Forrester directed servers with the precision of a runway show producer, her dark hair pulled into a practical ponytail, while Liam Spencer hovered nearby, balancing a tray of artisanal cheeses that looked more like modern art than appetizers. Hope, babe, do we really need 3 kinds of brie? The guest list is family only, Dad, Katie, Will, the whole Spencer circus crashing our turf. Hope turned, her green eyes flashing with that fire she'd inherited from Brooke. Exactly, Liam. With Dad's latest design drama at the office and Mom's eternal optimism clashing with Taylor's passive-aggressive jabs, we need buffers. Cheese is neutral ground.
Liam grinned, stealing a grape from the charcuterie board. Neutral like our marriage? Speaking of, have you talked to Beth? She's excited about her first big kid Thanksgiving. Hope's expression softened, her hand instinctively going to her slightly rounded belly, a secret not yet shared, but one that made this holiday feel like a turning point. Not yet. Tonight, after pie. But Liam, promise me, no Carter Walton whispers. His betrayal with those shady contracts is still raw for Ridge. Liam nodded, pulling her close. Promise. Tonight's about us, the family we built from the ashes. And hey, if things get tense, I've got the football game queued up as a diversion. Il Giardino's intimate back dining room glowed with candlelight as evening approached, the main restaurant's hum fading into a distant murmur. Deacon adjusted the tablecloth one last time. The simple setup, linen white as fresh snow, a single centerpiece of sunflowers nodding like old friends, a far cry from the extravagance across town. Sheila paced, her heels sinking into the plush carpet, twisting a napkin in her hands. Deacon, what if they come? Luna, with her endless questions about that night, the baby, the lies, or worse, Finn, sniffing around like he always does. Deacon caught her wrists gently, forcing her to still. They won't. This is our bubble, Sheila. You and me, no Logans, no Forresters, just turkey and truth. Remember last year? We burned the rolls, but we laughed till we cried. That's what I want tonight. Sheila's eyes welled, a rare vulnerability cracking her armor. Truth? The truth is I'm poisoned, Deacon. But with you, maybe I can pretend to be the antidote. He kissed her then, slow and deep, the world narrowing to the taste of wine on her lips and the faint sizzle from the kitchen. Pretend all you want, but you're mine. Happy early Thanksgiving, killer. Steffi's home filled with the aroma of roasting turkey as the sun dipped low, painting the sky in strokes of orange and pink. The kids romped in the playroom, Hayes stacking blocks into wobbly towers while Kelly narrated an epic tale of brave pilgrims battling grumpy turkeys. Finn checked the oven, basting the bird with practiced ease, his mind drifting to the Hippocratic oath he lived by, do no harm, even as his family danced on the edge of it. Steffi smells incredible. But that special guest, if it's who I think, Taylor's going to flip. Steffi emerged from the hallway, a mischievous smile playing on her lips, phone in hand. Mom's already here, so timing's perfect. It's not Ridge or Brooke. Too predictable. Think international flair. Just then the doorbell chimed, and Taylor opened it to reveal Ivy Forrester, jet-lagged but radiant, her Australian accent cutting through the air like a cool breeze. Surprise. Couldn't miss turkey with my favorite niece and nephew. Plus, Steffi guilt me via video call. Hugs ensued, laughter bubbling as Ivy scooped up Kelly, spinning her around. Taylor's eyes widened in delight. Ivy, from Sydney to SoCal in a day, you must be exhausted. Ivy waved it off. Exhaustion's for amateurs. Besides, heard whispers of family drama, figured you lot needed a neutral accent to diffuse it. Finn clapped Ivy on the back. Welcome to the madhouse. Wine's chilling. Let's make this Thanksgiving the one we talk about for years. The Forrester mansion thrummed with arrivals, the driveway lined with luxury cars gleaming under string lights. Ridge stood at the threshold, arms open wide, greeting each guest with a bear hug that belied the steel in his spine. Brooke fluttered nearby, adjusting a vase of gilded leaves, her laughter a melody masking nerves. Eric, you made it. And with Steffi and Finn? The table's set for 20, plenty of room for seconds. Eric Forrester, the elder statesman of fashion, leaned on his cane, his eyes twinkling behind glasses perched on a hawkish nose. Wouldn't miss it, Brooke. Though if Taylor starts on about that European retreat again, I'm blaming you for the seating. Ridge chuckled, clapping his father on the shoulder. Dad, behave. Tonight's Truce, Logan's, Forrester's, Spencer's, all under one roof without pitchforks. Inside, Hope and Liam orchestrated the flow, Beth's giggles piercing the air as she chased Cousin Douglas around the foyer. Katie Logan swept in next, arm-linked with Bill Spencer, who carried a bottle of vintage champagne like a peace offering. Brooke, sis, this place is a palace. Bill insisted on the bubbly, said it's for toasting, no more ex-wife explosions this holiday. Bill grinned wolfishly. What can I say? I'm reformed. Mostly. Where's the bar? Need to fortify before the inevitable Logan Forrester stare down. Hope rolled her eyes but smiled. Uncle Bill, save the fireworks for after pie. We've got a surprise announcement later, family only. At Il Giardino, the back room had transformed into a cocoon of warmth, the table now laden with golden turkey slices, fluffy mashed potatoes flecked with chives, and green beans almondine glistening under the candles. Deacon carved with flourish, narrating each cut like a Shakespearean soliloquy. And lo, the noble bird yields its bounty to we humble diners. Sheila watched him, her earlier storm clouds parting into something resembling peace, though her fingers drummed the stem of her glass. Deacon, you're ridiculous. But, thank you. For this. For seeing me, even the ugly parts. He passed her a plate piled high, his voice softening. Ugly? Nah, that's just the seasoning that makes you unforgettable. Eat up, we've got pumpkin pie with extra whipped cream waiting. And who knows? Maybe this year, we start a new tradition. No running from the law till Black Friday. Sheila laughed, a genuine peal that echoed off the walls, and for a moment, the outside world, with its paternity tests and betrayed trusts, faded. They clinked glasses, the Merlot swirling like blood oaths renewed. To us, she whispered. The bold and the unbeautiful. Steffi's gathering unfolded like a well-rehearsed scene, the dining table extended under a chandelier that mimicked starlight. Ivy regaled them with tales of Sydney's harbors and high fashion shows, her accent drawing delighted gasps from Kelly. And then the model tripped on the runway, straight into the front row. But she popped up, struck a pose, and the crowd went wild. Taylor sipped her Chardonnay, eyes misty. Sounds like our family. Always one step from disaster, two from triumph. Steffi raised her glass, the crystal chiming softly. To surprises, like ivy crashing our cozy night. And to family, the ones we choose, the ones we heal. Finn nodded, squeezing her hand under the table. Here, here. Hey, buddy, what's your toast? The toddler banged his sippy cup, babbling, juice. Laughter rippled, warm as the fire crackling in the hearth. But as plates cleared, Steffi's phone buzzed. A text from Hope, mansion meltdown brewing. Taylor's sighting confirmed. Evacuate? Steffi silenced it, whispering to Finn, not tonight. Our peace holds. Across the divide, the Forrester feast hit its stride, crystal goblets clinking amid bursts of conversation. Rich proposed a toast at the head of the table, his voice booming. To gratitude, for designs that dazzle, loves that endure, and a family that's weathered more storms than a catwalk in a hurricane. Murmurs of agreement rose, but Brooke caught Taylor's eye across the expanse, a flicker of old rivalry sparking. Beautifully said, Rich. And to new beginnings. May they come without the baggage. Taylor smiled thinly, her fork pausing midair. Or with it. Baggage makes the journey interesting, Brooke. Hope jumped in, her voice bright. Mom, Taylor, Truce? We've got pie, and Liam's got stories from the Spencer yacht that involve dolphins and near misses. Liam obliged, launching into a tale of heists hijinks, drawing chuckles even from Eric. Bill leaned toward Katie, murmuring, See? Civilized. Though if Ridge starts sketching on the napkins, I'm out. Katie shushed him playfully. Hush. This is magic. All of us, unbroken for an hour. But as dessert circulated, pecan pie oozing sweetness, apple crumble crisp and spiced, Hope stood, hand in Liam's, her announcement hanging in the air like confetti. Family, we're expecting again. Another little Logan Spencer Forrester miracle. Gasps turned to cheers, hugs enveloping them. The room alight with joy that temporarily drowned the undercurrents. In the quiet aftermath at Il Giardino, Deacon and Sheila lingered over coffee laced with brandy, the candles guttering low. The restaurant had emptied, leaving only the echo of their laughter. Best tiny bash ever, Deacon said, tracing patterns on the tablecloth. Sheila nodded, her head on his shoulder. No arrests, no ambushes. Just this. But her phone lit up, a message from Luna. Need to talk. Baby Truth can't wait. Sheila sighed, deleting it. Tomorrow's problem. Deacon pulled her closer. Damn right. Tonight, we're thankful for the pause. As midnight approached, Steffi's home settled into hush. Ivy crashed on the guest couch, the kids tucked in with dreams of feasts. Steffi and Finn stood on the deck, arms entwined, the city twinkling below. Special episode of our lives, Finn murmured. Wouldn't trade it. Steffi smiled. Neither would I. Happy Thanksgiving, early or not. The mansion wound down too, guests departing in waves of well wishes, Brooke and Ridge sharing a quiet dance in the empty living room to phantom music. We did it, she whispered. No wars. Ridge kissed her temple. Yet. But for now, perfect. And in the shadows of Il Giardino, Deacon locked up, Sheila's hand in his, the night air cool against their skin. To November 26th, he said. Our special day. She squeezed back. Ours alone. Yet, as dawn crept over the Hollywood Hills on November 26th, the special episode truly began. Not with fanfare, but with the inevitable unraveling. Steffi woke to a frantic call from Hope. He's here, Carter, at the mansion with papers. Says it's urgent. Finn groaned beside her. So much for peace. Taylor, already up brewing coffee, overheard. Tell me it's not about the Logans again. Ivy stirred, yawning. Jet lag's got nothing on this drama. Spill. At the mansion, Ridge stormed the foyer as Carter Walton arrived, briefcase in hand, his suit impeccable but his eyes weary. Ridge, hear me out, the contracts were a misunderstanding. I was protecting Forrester from Spectra's spies. Brooke intercepted, voice steel. Protecting? By betraying us? On Thanksgiving. Hope, cradling her news like fragile glass, glared. Carter, not now. We're celebrating life here. Liam flanked her. Yeah, back off, Walton. Family first. Il Giardino opened late that day, but Deacon found Sheila in the alley, phone clutched tight. Luna's coming over. Says the paternity test is in, and it's not what we thought. Deacon's face darkened. Special guest of our own, huh? Fine. We'll face it together. The day unfolded in vignettes of tension laced with tenderness. Steffy's clan gathered for brunch, Ivy mediating as Taylor vented about Brooke's latest jab at the feast. She's always the victim, Steffy. But gratitude? Try earning it. Finn played referee, haze on his lap. Ladies, turkey leftovers call. Drama diet starts post-noon. Kelly piped up, Grandma, tell the turkey story again. Laughter broke the ice, but Steffy's mind raced, whispers of Carter's return filtering through texts from Ridge. Across town, the mansion became a war room disguised as a holiday haven. Eric summoned Justin Barber via video, the high-powered attorney barking advice. Ridge, sue for breach, but quietly. Holidays are for turkeys, not trials. Ridge paced. Quiet. After he nearly tanked my legacy. Brooke pulled him aside. For Hope, for the baby, let it go, just this once. Hope overheard, tears pricking. Mom's right. But Carter, he was family. Liam hugged her. Now. He's yesterday's news. Deacon braced as Luna arrived at Il Giardino, her face pale, envelope in hand. Deacon, Sheila, the test says. Hollis isn't the father. It's someone else. Sheila's laugh was brittle. Else? Like who, child? Spit it out. Luna trembled. Finn. From that night I can't remember. Deacon's jaw dropped. Finn? As in Steffy's Finn? Hell no. Sheila's eyes narrowed, plotting already. This changes everything. Or nothing. Sit. Pie first, apocalypse second. Word spread like wildfire through LA's interconnected webs. Steffy got the call from Finn mid-brunch. Luna's claiming, me? As the baby's dad? This is insane. Taylor gasped. Sheila's fingerprints all over it. Ivy whistled. Down under, we call this a Barbie gone wrong. What's the play? Steffy stood, resolute. We go to the mansion. Family summit now. The special episode peaked at Forrester Creations, commandeered for the Showdown, mannequins silent witnesses to the fray. Ridge arrived with Brooke, Steffy with Finn and Taylor, Hope and Liam trailing. Carter waited, documents splayed. It's legit. The contracts were forged by outsiders. I covered to buy time. Ridge snarled. Time for what? Your exit. Then Luna burst in, Deacon and Sheila in tow. Wait, this paternity bomb drops now? Accusations flew like confetti gone rogue. You drugged her, Sheila. Finn roared. Sheila smirked. Self-defense, doctor. She came at me. Brooke clutched Hope. Stay back from my daughter. Taylor eyed her ex, Ridge. This is your mess. Clean it. Eric boomed from his wheelchair. Enough. Thanksgiving's about thanks, not takedowns. Tests can wait, truths don't. In the eye of the storm, Hope stepped forward, voice steady. Stop. All of you. I'm pregnant with Liam's child. And that's the only miracle that matters today. Silence fell, then applause, tentative but real. Carter nodded. Congrats. And Ridge, the papers prove my loyalty. Believe me. Ridge sighed. Maybe. Truce. Deacon pulled Luna aside. Kid, whatever the test says, you're family. Sheila's nodding, that's progress. Sheila huffed. Don't push it. As dusk fell on November 26th, the group dispersed to neutral ground, Il Giardino, tables pushed together for an impromptu sequel feast. Laughter mingled with lingering barbs, pie shared amid revelations. Steffy clinked glasses with Brooke. To surviving specials. Brooke smiled. And to more. Finn kissed Hope's cheek. And to be, congrats. Taylor whispered to Ridge, our kids, they're the bold ones.